Started working for a company in Ohio where I was doing underground fuel tank testing. That's where the trouble with my leg started. They amputated my leg and set me up with the prosthetic system that I've got now. The phantom sensation is one thing. I actually got used to that. But when I had the phantom pains, it felt like being struck by lightning. There's times it felt like I was having the skin stripped off my leg. I went to pain management, wound up on nerve pain medication and a lot of narcotics. I wanted to come off of the pain meds, but every time I tried, the pain would increase, as well as the withdrawals. The body aches, the chills, the headaches, the nausea, the shivers, the feeling like your whole body is vibrating. It's been hell.
Patients can get phantom pain after a major amputation. It's this strange sensation that their brain still believes that their foot or their limb is still present. I've had some crazy stories where patients would say, someone hit my foot, and they know that their foot's not there, but they react as if someone stepped on their foot or they banged their foot. It could vary from a light background noise to severe pain that is just unrelenting. It's been a real blessing to see this fantastic technology.
This ad pops up for Altius, this system that would help alleviate the phantom pains. And initially I looked at my wife and I was like, that's not gonna happen. You know, I just don't see it happening. But I called.
When he first came in, he had a lot of pain. There was a little bit of skepticism, especially with everything that he's been through.
The test that they do was injecting lidocaine around that nerve in my residual limb.
If the patient doesn't find any benefit after the screening test, then the patient's not a good candidate for the device.
Within 20 minutes, I was up walking around the office and was not having any pain.
After the screening injection, there was a dramatic result. He was able to walk around with his prosthetic without the pain, which was something new. That was a real green light for us to say, hey, I think you would be a good candidate for this device.
He was pretty sure at that point that yes, this system is going to work for me.
It's been about 3.5 months since the initial implantation, and to see such a dramatic result is, I don't want to say it's surprising, but it is very gratifying.
I had the device put in. You have a period of time where you go home afterwards where it's not on. You go back and you start to go through the process of getting it dialed in for you because it is set for each individual. I slept all night the first night, and I hadn't slept all night in 5 years. I looked at my wife and I was like, I slept? Can you believe I slept? And I felt great. For somebody that was feeling like there was no hope, I got hope. I got a lot of hope. I'm back to doing things that I honestly thought that I would never be able to do. We go on trips now, down in Florida at Disney, walk in the parks, and then we go relax at the beach. I'm able to walk in the sand, which I had no hopes of ever doing again. I started doing more stuff on my farm. I was carrying 50-pound bags of feed. Never had the phantom pains from it.
When I was invited to be part of helping these patients, it was a real eye-opener to see how much some of these patients are struggling.
I was fighting two battles. I knew that I had to find something that would help me come off of the medication, but I couldn't do that without having the increased pain.
His main thing is separation from the pain medication that he was so dependent on.
I think I'll be able to come off the narcotics with the Altius system. It's funny, you think you're unique in your story with your amputation and the struggles with the phantom pains, and then you realize there's hundreds of thousands of people out there that deal with phantom pain that feel like their life is over. And it doesn't have to be. Check this system out and see if it works for you. Get out there, get back to living.